In this video, we briefly demonstrate 4 of the most effective and commonly used methods when it comes to angling out into the direction of the rear foot. Angling out into the direction of the lead foot is much easier because of the positioning of the feet and the weight distribution. I'll be demonstrating everything from an orthodox perspective, so in which case angling out into the direction of the right. If you are a southpaw boxer, we will be referring to your ability to angle out to the left. Throughout the demonstrations, I've applied each maneuver into a different circumstance. So one of them is moving forward, one is moving back, one is on the spot, one is against the ropes, just to put it in different circumstances. But what you would want to do is take all of the different varieties and try to apply them in every single circumstance possible. Some maneuvers are more particular to some circumstances, and as your boxing experience progresses and you practice these maneuvers over and over, you begin to differentiate and determine what maneuver is best for what circumstance. The first and most fundamental movement is going to be the pivot. So on the ball of the lead foot, you're going to swing that rear foot out, transferring your weight backwards and then balancing out again so that your weight's in the center. With this particular movement, I've demonstrated it moving backwards. A great way to practice this maneuver is leverage off the hook. This is called a check hook. Swing that rear hook out and let it carry you through the movement. Next is the kick out, also known as a pendulum step. With the rear foot, you're going to step outwards and across, and with the heel of your lead foot, you're going to kick it back into position. In this instance, I've demonstrated it with my opponent up against the ropes. So I'm leveraging using my evasion, slipping into the direction of my rear foot, transferring my weight and my foot into that direction, and then whipping my lead foot, kicking it out so that I'm repositioning myself on that angle and able to execute punches. Third up, we have the Southpaw Spin-out. This is, of course, from an orthodox perspective. So I'm going to step out with the rear foot, and just like you would traditionally pivot out with your lead foot in your original stance, you're doing so vice versa. In this demonstration, I'm leveraging off the evasion of my opponent's hook with a big step out and pivot. The final maneuver is bounding, so launching off the lead foot into the direction of the rear foot, landing back into your original stance. This one requires a little bit more agility and plyometrics and is really effective when you're pressuring your opponent moving forward. In this demonstration, I'm moving forward, pressuring my opponent, throwing a first attack, bounding into the direction of my rear foot, and then throwing a second attack. The first attack seizes him up into the guard, and then I use that opportunity to bound across and throw a second attack. We hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share with your friends.